A very good morning to all. So in the previous class, we discussed about democracy in India, features of democracy and the Constitution of India. Today, we are going to learn about the different organs of the government and the different levels of the government. That is, we'll continue from page number 74. In the previous class, we discussed that a group of people or a team of people who makes law and who have a control over the country is known as the government. Now, they are elected by the people of the country. That's why India is known as the democratic country, where the citizen of India elects their representatives who forms the government and they make law for our country. We know that India is a vast country and at present we have 28 states and union territories. So, there are two types of government, that is central government, which is also known as the union government, and the other one is state government. So, the power is divided between central government and the state government. Central government makes laws for the entire country and they have that controlling power over the country. Next one is the state government. State government makes laws for that particular state. So, it looks after the needs of the people of that particular state. Next, we'll see the branches of the government. We can also say the three organs of the government. First one is legislature. We also say the parliament. Second one, executive or the government, and third one is judiciary, which is also known as the court. Now, let's discuss the function of legislator. The main function of legislator is to make laws, and executive function is to implement laws, that is to make sure that these laws are into force and which are followed by all the citizens of the country. And third one is judiciary. The main function is to interpret law. Interpret law means it explains law. It also avoids disputes. It also checks whether the laws are given or distributed fairly among the citizens of the country. If anything is done which is against the law, judiciary corrects it and it also punishes the people who doesn't obey the laws. So, these are few main functions of legislature, executive and judiciary. Next, we will discuss the level of Indian government. As I have already told you in the previous class that there are three levels: central government, state government and local self-government. So, central government is the government which makes laws for the entire country and it has a power over the entire country. State government makes laws for that particular state, and local self-government is a local government which provides rights and services which is very necessary for a healthy living and welfare of an individual or for the welfare of our society, for our country. So, this was about the level of Indian government. Now, we will discuss about the central government. So, the three organs of the central government are legislative, executive and judiciary. We will discuss them one by one. First, we will discuss about the legislature, which is also known as the parliament. Now, its main function is to make laws. Now, it includes elected leaders. Now, do you know who elect them? Yes, we the people of India elect them. That's why India is known as the democratic country. This is the place where the government makes laws and it is known as the parliament. It is located in New Delhi. Here we can see the structure of legislature. This legislature is headed by the President of India and the parliament have two houses. One is Rajya Sabha and the other one is Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha is also known as the upper house and Lok Sabha is known as the lower house. Now, the members of both the houses, that is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, are known as the members of the parliament or MPs. So, this is the basic structure of legislature in our country. It is headed by the President of India and the parliament have two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Next, we'll discuss about the second organ, that is the Union Executive. Now, its main function is to implement law. Implement law means to make sure that these laws are into force or which is followed by all the citizens of our country. Now, this is the structure of executive in our country. The President of India is the head. Under him comes the Vice President and then comes the Prime Minister, and under Prime Minister comes the Council of Ministers. Now, Council of Ministers is a group of people chosen by the Prime Minister. Now, they are in charge of different departments. For example, Railway Department. The in charge is the Railway Minister and he is responsible for the proper functioning of the railways of our country. So, there are many more departments like fisheries, financial, defense, agriculture and many other departments. Those departments are taken care by the Council of Ministers. So, this is the basic structure of executive in our country. Do you know who is the constitutional head of our country? Yes, the constitutional head of our Indian government is the President. And do you know who is our President? Ram Nath Kovind is our President. Now, this is Rashtrapati Bhavan. Rashtrapati Bhavan is the residence of our President. That's why we also say it the Presidential House of India. Next, we'll discuss about the third organ of our government, that is the Union Judiciary. Its main function is to interpret law. Interpret law means it explains the law. It also avoids dispute and it also makes sure that these laws are fair and equal for every citizen of our country. And if anything is done which is against the law, the judiciary corrects it and punishes those people who does not obey the law. And another main important function of this Union Judiciary is to solve conflicts between legislature and executive. So, these are few functions of the Union Judiciary, that is the third organ of our government. Now, this is the basic structure of the Union Judiciary. It is headed by the Supreme Court. Under Supreme Court comes the High Court, then the District Courts and the lower courts. Now, this Supreme Court consists of Chief Justice and 33 other judges. Now, can you tell who is the Chief Justice of our country at present? So, this was about the structure of Union Judiciary. Now, this is the Supreme Court of our country which is located in New Delhi. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.